is. I believe that may go against Jones. It is. And Edwards will be inbounding the ball. No, that was against number 34. That was against Belts. Bellamy brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Gate City is down 0-2. Morris with the ball out on the corner. She's called for traveling. Her feet did not move. She gave the head fake that she always uses, and she caught the ref on that one. Jones bringing the ball down the court for John Battle. Pulls, passes off to number 24, and she travels. It'll be Gate City's ball. Edwards inbounding. Passes into Bellamy. Bellamy brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Brings it in, having a little bit of trouble. Passes out to Morris. Morris looking inside, hits Edwards on the outside. Smith tries to pull in. Puts up a shot and is fouled by number 14, Jones. That will be Jones' first personal foul. And Smith will have 2 shots from the foul line. Right now the score is 2-0. John Battle with the lead. The only points coming from Kearney on the first play. Smith's first shot is good. She has one more shot. It's up and good. That ties the score at 2. Jones passes into Moody. Back to Jones, who brings the ball to the top of the key, looking to set up their offense. Passes to number 24, Kearney. Kearney back out to Rhea, 14. Jones with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Passes out to Morris, and Morris brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Belt's trying to pick her up. She passes out to Bellamy. Bellamy looked like she walked there. Passes back out to Morris. Morris trying to get something opened up on the inside, and John Battle is closed down. Gate City's inside game. Ghost with the rebound, can't get it in. Gets her own rebound, passes back out to Bellamy. Passes back out to Morris. Morris looking inside. Having some trouble controlling the ball. Passes out to Edwards. Edwards pulls, shoots, and it's rebounded by Moody. And they're going to call a foul against Ghost. They both went up for the rebound, and Moody came down with Ghost's hand also, so they called the foul on Ghost. Score is tied at 2. We have 6 minutes left on the clock in the first period. Kearney with the ball, passes back out to Rhea. Rhea to Jones. Same play they used the last time down. Passes to Moody underneath. Back out to Jones on the top. Rhea. Ball is knocked away. Ghost comes up with it, and Morris bring the ball down the court for Gate City. Passes off to Bellamy. Bellamy gives a fake, tries to pull in, nothing there. Passes back out to Morris. Morris at the top of the key, pulls, shoots. Oh no, good, outside the rim, and Belts with the rebound. Passes back to Jones. Jones bringing the ball down the court for John Battle. Trying to set up the play, passes to Kearney. Underneath to Belts. Belts out to Rhea. Rhea back to Kearney. Kearney to Jones, goes out of bounds. She broke inside and the ball went out. It'll be Gate City's ball. Edwards inbounding. And a timeout is called by Coach Sandy Blackwell of Gate City. Score is still tied at 2 with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Score is coming from Heather Smith at the foul line, hitting 2 of 2. And from Kearney with the first shot from John Battle, just popping it up there off the backboard for 2. Right now, Blackwell is talking to his team, telling them that they need a little bit more, probably a little bit more screening underneath to get somebody open. And just not to force things, but to let things work themselves open. And it'll happen underneath. They've had a lot of motion underneath the goal. They haven't been able to shake their defenders yet. But they will do that. Edwards inbounding the ball. Passes into Bellamy. Bellamy at the top of the key for Gate City. Gate City trying to get something opened up. Morris underneath. Took a little bit of a hit from Belts there. Underneath to Ghost. Ghost's shot is good. That's first two for her tonight. Score is 42. Gate City takes the lead. Jones with the ball at the top of the key, looking to set up the offense. Gets a screen from Moody, and Morris knocks that one away. Passes Edwards to Bellamy. And Gate City takes the offensive here. Bellamy at the top of the key, passes to Edwards. Shot is up, just short. Rebounded by Moody. And Moody bringing the ball down the court for John Battle. 4 minutes and about 16 seconds left on the clock. Moody losing the ball there. Would have had an open shot. Passes back out to Jones. Jones to Ray. Inside to Kearney. She's fouled by Ghost, I believe. And Coach Blackwell not very happy. Looks like they're going to call that against Smith. Instead of Ghost, that'll give Smith her first personal foul. Tammy Carter and Neva Bays come in for Ghost and Bellamy. And Kearney is at the line for John Battle with 2 shots. First shot is up, no good. Score is 42. Gate City with a 2-point lead. Second shot is up, no good. Rebound by Smith. Passes out to Bays. Bays bringing the ball down the court for Gate City. Pulls right inside, gives it to Smith. Smith puts up the shot, no good. Edwards with the rebound. Goes between the legs of Jones and out of bounds. It'll be John Battle's ball. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Passes into Jones. Jones back out to Moody. And she passes to Belts. Morris trying to knock that away. Passes to Ray, back to Moody. Moody with the shot is good for 2. That ties the score at 4. Carter bringing the ball down the court for Gate City. Carter setting up the offense at the top of the key. Pulls underneath. Passes to Morris at the forward position. Morris comes up to the wing. Loses the ball. Edwards comes up with a turn. Shoots off the front of the rim. Jones gets the rebound and brings it down the court for John Battle. Score is tied at 4 points apiece. Jones looking inside, can't find anyone. Passes out to Belts. She looks like she traveled, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Ray, no good. Gets her own rebound again, puts it up, and it's good. Edwards inbounding for Gate City. Carter bringing it down the court. Score is 6-4. John Battle with a 2-point lead. Carter looking inside, dribbles and tries to get around Belts. Couldn't do it. Morris with the ball. Passes to Smith underneath. Easy shot to tie up the score. Good shot by Smith. Smith now with 4 points for Gate City. Jones with the ball. Passes across to Moody. Moody is stopped by Morris, and Edwards intercepts it. Passes back to Morris. Morris bringing it down the court for Gate City. Around Belts. Passes to Carter on the inside. And Smith is called with traveling, and no one agrees with that. Her feet did not move at all. She turned to the inside and met 2 John Battle players, but her feet never moved. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Coach Blackwell talking to his team. They've come alive out there, but they've sacrificed a little bit defensively. Score is tied at 6 points apiece. Gate City varsity team can do better than this. We'll see them come alive more as the game goes on. Usually this girls squad comes on in spurts where they'll score about 10 points at a time and then not score any for a few minutes. It'll be John Battle's ball as we come back into the game. We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Moody will be inbounding the ball. And Gate City comes out in a trap. Passes into Jones. Jones back out to Moody. Moody almost lost the ball there. She's not paying a whole lot of attention. Passes back out to Jones. Jones to Moody. Carter trying to get it away from her. She's having a lot of trouble with the ball. Carter playing good D out there. Jones pulls, and Bays takes it away. Passes back out to Carter. Carter bringing it down the court. We have less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Score is tied at 6 points apiece. Inside to Edwards. Edwards' shot is off the back of the rim. No good. Ray with the rebound. Passes to Jones. Jones bringing it down the court for John Battle. 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the clock. Passes inside to number 32. Kicks it, goes out of bounds. It's Gate City's ball. Gate City's defense doing a good job of cutting that play off. We've got 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock as Carter brings the ball down the court for Gate City. At the top of the key, looking to set up the offense. Looks to pass, that is. Out to Morris. Morris pulls, shoots, good. Gate City up by 2 now. Score is 8-6. Using the press still against John Battle. Moody and Jones passing back and forth. Underneath, no good. That'll be Gate City's ball. I don't know who she was throwing that to, but she was not paying attention to the game. Gate City gets an easy turnover with 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock. If they can capitalize on it, it'll give them their biggest lead of the game. Right now they have a 2-point lead over John Battle. Score is 8-6. Carter passes out to Morris. Morris looking inside, hits Bays at the top of the key. Bays inside to Smith. Out to Carter. Carter pulls. Back out to Morris. Morris inside. It goes almost out of bounds. Passes into Smith. She puts it down, and Ray comes up with it. Passes out to Jones. Jones bringing the ball down the court for John Battle. Setting up the offense at the top of the key. Looking to pass off to number 24. Comes back instead to Moody. Ray underneath. Puts up the shot, and it's good. Tied at 8 with 28 seconds left on the clock. Carter brings the ball down the court for Gate City. We've got about 20 seconds left on the clock, and Bays with the ball passes into Edwards, turns, shoots off the rim, no good, and gets the jump ball. It'll be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. 12 seconds left on the clock. Both teams scoring the points in there when they need them. Gate City would like to score 2 here to get the lead before the end of the first period. Carter inbounding the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds with 11 seconds on the clock. It will still be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal, trying to get things opened up underneath. Passes into Bellamy. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. Passes to Carter. She pulls, passes to Bays. Bays with the shot. It's good. 10-8. Passes into Jones. 1 second left, and time up. Gate City takes the lead 10-8 before the end of the first period. Scoring for Gate City is Ghost with 2, Bays with 2, Morris also with 2, Smith with 4 to lead for Gate City. For John Battle, Moody has 2, Ray has 2, and Kearney with 2. One of the other players has also scored. I'm not sure which one that it was. We'll be going into the second period momentarily. Right now, Coach Blackwell is talking to his team. They should actually have about, I would say, a 6-point lead over John Battle at this point. They've slacked up a little bit on their defense, and that has allowed John Battle to keep in there close with them. They've made a few mistakes coming out, but they're getting warmed up now, and they should come out and score a few more points and go up, I would say, by 6 or 8 points before halftime. Come back, we've got 8 minutes on the clock for the second quarter, second period. Moody passes into Jones, and Jones brings it to the top of the key for John Battle. Tries to get past Carter. She's got the height advantage. Passes to number 24, Kearney. Edwards almost picked that off, and Jones runs over Carter. Gets her own rebound. She comes out aggressive. I believe that was Moody that put it in, though. Carter bringing the ball down the court, passes to Bellamy, and Bellamy loses it out of bounds. Score is tied at 10 points apiece. We've got 7 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock in the first half of the game. Jones passes back to Moody, back to Jones. And Jones is trapped, passes back to Moody. Gate City's defense weakening, trying to trap up front. Rebound by Ray, goes up. Shot is good. That was not a good call. Ghost was up straight. Ray went right up into Ghost. They're calling the foul against Ghost. She had position. She was up straight. She did not come down. And that's who they're calling the foul against. Not very fair. She's got a one shot. She hits it. And John Battle goes out 13-10 for their biggest lead of the game. Carter with the ball at the top of the key, pulls and passes to Bellamy, inside to Edwards. And let's see what they're calling. It looks like a foul before the shot. Number 22, I believe, with the push. I'm not sure. That would be Ray. It'll be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal, and that's what it was. It was Ray's first personal foul. Carter inbounding the ball to Bellamy. Bellamy looking to get things opened up. Having some trouble with Belts, and it's knocked away by Moody. Bays tries to cut her off. Got a good hand on that ball. Good defensive foul on Bays' part. That was Bays' first personal foul. And that'll send Moody to the line with 2 shots. Right now, John Battle has a 3-point lead over Gate City. First shot is up and no good. We've got 6 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half of the ball game. Gate City needs to get on the offensive side and close down on defense. Bays inbounding to Bellamy. Gate City down by 4 points. Bellamy bringing the ball down to the top of the key. Getting a screen from Ghost. Passes out to Morris. Morris pulls, shoots, and no good off the front of the rim. Moody comes down with the rebound, bringing it down the court for John Battle. Passes off to Jones. Jones gets a screen from Belts. Passes inside, and it goes off the hand of Moody is who they called last. Touched it. It'll be Gate City's ball. Bays inbounding to Bellamy. Gate City still down by 4 points. Bellamy working her way around. Belts passes out to Bays. Bays looking inside, can't find anything. Passes to Smith. Smith having a little bit of trouble. Passes inside to Ghost. And I believe they're going to call the foul on Kearney. And that's what it is. That should be a 1-on-1. Let's see what they do call. I believe it'll be Morris inbounding the ball from underneath. They're saying that was Kearney's first foul. Smith tries to pass to Ghost, goes out of bounds, and it'll be John Battle's ball. Gate City just not keeping their minds on the game. They haven't been able to hold on to the ball. Moody passes into Jones, back to Moody, and back to Jones, who gets it across the court. Moody with the ball, and Gate City's defense gets trapped behind, and the shot is up by Ray for 2, and John Battle goes up by 6. Gate City's trying to stop him on a press, and they're beating him down, and Gate City's only having 2 defenders to defend against 3 and 4 John Battle players, and it's not working. Morris from outside, shot is no good. Loose ball. Ghost comes up with it. She's fouled by Jones, I believe. It should send her to the line with 2 shots. And that is a call. Jones with the personal foul. That is her second. But Wilson goes to the line. Any fouls after this will send Gate City to the line with, as John Battle has 5 personal fouls. First shot is up. Oh, just off the rim. Gate City is down by 6 points with 5 minutes and 29 seconds left on the clock in the first half of the game. Second shot is up, and she hits it. And what was that? Okay, one of the scorekeepers trying to get Edwards in, and they couldn't do it. Jones with the ball for John Battle, passes to Moody. And again, Gate City having some trouble getting back on defense. They do settle down now in their positions. Bays almost took that away from Jones. Passes to Moody. Moody looked like she almost walked there. Jones with the ball back out to Moody at the wing position. Moody brings it to the top of the key, back out to Jones. They're trying to eat up some time on the clock. Jones brings it in and passes back out to Moody. Back to Jones. Jones out to number 40. It goes out of bounds. Looks like, who are they going to call that on? Edwards comes in, and it looks like they're calling John Battle's ball. Ghost takes a seat. Score should be 16-11. That's what the coach was telling the scoreboard keeper. They finally got that straightened out. And Belts pulls, shoots the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Edwards, passes out to Bays. Bays bringing the ball down the court for Gate City. Passes underneath to Smith. She turns, dribbles, and she's fouled. Let's have it. I believe that's going to go against Jones. Let's see. If it is, that'll be her third personal foul. Let's see. No, that'll go against... I'm not sure who he said that was against. Anyway, Smith is at the line with a 1-and-1. First shot is up and good. Smith, I believe, is hitting 100% from the foul line so far. She's got one more shot. Second one is up, and just comes out of the rim. And Kearney with the rebound almost lost it out of bounds. She traveled. 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. And the coach for John Battle is calling the timeout. She is not happy, and she's yelling at Kearney. We've got 4 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock in the first half of the game. Score is 16-12. Gate City down by 4 points. It'll be their ball on their end of the court when we come back. And they'll look to put it in and cut the lead to 2 points. Coach Blackwell talking to his team, giving them a few pointers before they go back in. They always come back with fire in their eyes. They need to cut Jones off. Jones and Moody, if they can stop those two players, they can pretty much shut down John Battle's offense. But they need to stop them before they get down and set up the offense. Once the offense is set up, Ray is also a threat underneath the goal. Gate City is getting beat coming down the court and not having their press, using their press and not having the defense set up in time. And that's why they've fallen behind. Morris inbounding the ball, passes into Carter. Carter trying to open things up and score quickly. Morris with the ball at the top of the key now. Looking inside, they can't find anything. Bays with the ball at the forward position. Passes back out to Carter at the top, knocked away. That was Morris trying to save it. It goes out of bounds, and Moody will be inbounding the ball for John Battle. Passes into Jones. Jones back out to Moody. Back to Jones. Pretty much by now we know what they're going to do. Back to Moody. Bays tried to cut that off. Oh, she almost walked there. Passes back across to Jones. Jones looking inside, yelling at the offense to set up. Less than 4 minutes left on the clock. Belts out at the top of the key with the ball. John Battle passes out to Moody. Moody underneath to Jones. Jones with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Passes out to Carter to bring the ball down the court for Gate City. Passes to Morris. Morris looking inside. Can't find anything. Back out to Carter. Carter pulls. Passes to Smith. Smith looking inside to Edwards. Shot is blocked by Ray. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be John Battle's ball. With 3 minutes and 21 seconds left on the clock, Gate City is still down by 4 points. Moody passes into Jones. Back to Moody to Jones. We got that down by now. Back to Moody. And back to Jones. That's all they're doing to break the press, and it's working for them. Gate City giving them a little bit of trouble there. Trapping, and they come up with the ball as Carter knocked it away. She brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Passes and intercepted by Jones with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Passes to Kearney. Shot is up. No good. Jones with the rebound. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Smith. They both went up for the rebound. And it is against Smith. I believe that's her second personal foul. And it is Jones at the line for John Battle with a 1-and-1 shot. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. First shot is up and no good. Smith comes down with the rebound, passes off to Carter. We've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. Gate City's down by 4 points in the first half. Passes out to Morris. Morris underneath. Whoa, lost the ball there. Goes out of bounds, and they say it's John Battle's ball. That was a little bit too quick paced for me to say. Moody will be inbounding. Looking to Jones as usual. Jones back to Moody. And Moody brings it across the court. Let's see what they call. That is against Morris, an elbow. I believe, unless that was away from the ball, they may have been away from the ball. That's what it looks like. That foul was away from the ball. It will be Gate City shooting. That was Kearney's personal foul. I thought they had called that against Morris, but that was a foul away from the ball. And Morris will be shooting a 1-and-1 shot. First shot is up. It's good. That cuts John Battle's lead to a 3-point lead. She has one more shot. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left on the clock. It's up. It's good. And that cuts John Battle's lead to 2. Carter trying to cut Jones off. Having some trouble. Passes back out to Moody. Moody back to Jones. That's all they've done so far. Moody almost lost the ball there. Back to Jones. Jones took a stutter step. Looking for someone to pass to. Hits Belts. Belts looking for someone to pass to Ray. Ray back to Moody. Moody dribbles. Shoots. Good. Gate City's defense didn't pick her up. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. John Battle with a 4-point lead. Carter bringing the ball to the top of the key for Gate City. Bulls, easy shot. It's up. No good. It goes out of bounds on Ray. It should be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. And that shot of Carter's just rolled right off the front of the rim. She had it all the way. Bellamy comes in for Bays. We've got 1 minute and 54 seconds left on the clock. Morris inbounding the ball to Carter. And Jones comes up with it. Having a little bit of trouble. Looks to pass out to Moody. That's the only person she's passed to so far on the back court. If Gate City can cut her off, they'll probably stop half of their offense. Half of John Battle's offense anyway. Moody with the ball at the wing position. Just looking to eat up some time. She travels. They've been doing that quite a bit, and the referee just now catching it. It'll be Edwards inbounding the ball for Gate City. We've got 1.5 minutes left in the first half of the game. Gate City's down by 4 points. The score is 18-14. Carter going around number 44, puts a shot up, and it's good. She beat Campbell all the way for the 2 points. Jones passing back out to Moody, back to Jones. That's all we've seen. Back to Moody. She took a stutter step there. It should have been a walk. Ray with the ball, passes underneath to Campbell. It goes out of bounds. Just over 1 minute left. 1 minute and 2 seconds to be exact, and it'll be Gate City's ball. They can come back, tie it up. Carter with the ball. Less than 1 minute left now on the clock. She brings it to the top of the key, gets the screen from Smith. Bellamy with the ball. Looking inside to Edwards. She's knocked away by number 22. Let's see what they call. I'm not sure. This may go against Bellamy. And that's what they're calling, a holding call against Bellamy, and Ghost comes in for Edwards. 45 seconds left on the clock, and Belts will go to the line. That was Bellamy's first personal foul. John Battle with a 2-point lead. By now I had figured that Gate City would have about a 6-point lead, and they just haven't been on the offensive board. Shot is up. It's good. She'll have one more shot. Right now, John Battle has a 3-point lead over Gate City. Score is 19-16. Second shot is up. She hits it. And again, John Battle with the 4-point lead. Carter passing into Bellamy. Bellamy bring the ball down the court for Gate City. Looks inside to Morris. Morris tries to pass the Ghost, and it's broken up by Belts. Moody with the ball. And again, just passing back and forth. Moody Jones. That's all we've seen. Now Belts with the ball at the top of the key. Passes to Ray. And she travels. 22 seconds left on the clock. Gate City can pull it a little bit closer. They won't be. I don't think they'll be able to tie it up. Bayes coming in for Morris. And Carter passing into Bellamy. 20 seconds left on the clock. They need to score. Bellamy pulls inside, puts the shot up, and it's good. 10 seconds left on the clock. Jones inbounding the ball, or taking the ball. Oh, loses it, puts the shot up, and hits it. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0. Score is 22-18. They should have called Jones with a walk there. It looked like she took a couple steps. They didn't catch it. She got the points. And John Battle's up by 4 going into the halftime break. We'll be back in a moment with the second half of the game. What is it on? We're back for the second half. Gate City is down by 4 points. John Battle has the lead 22-18. Trish Edwards inbounding the ball for Gate City. And they're ready to play. Passes into Bellamy. Bellamy setting the ball up at the top of the key. Looking inside, finds Edwards. Goes, it's knocked away. She saves it, but Ray picks it up and passes out to Jones. Jones brings the ball down the court for John Battle. Sets up the offense at the top of the key. Looks to pass off to Belts, which she does. Pulls, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Bellamy. Bellamy bringing the ball down the court for Gate City. Looks to pass. Finds Smith. Smith pulls. Gets the shot off, and it's good. Brings the score to 22-20. Jones coming in the back door, puts the shot up and hits it. Score is now 24-20. Edwards inbounds the ball to Bellamy. Bellamy bringing the ball down the court. Sets up the offense at the top of the key. Passes to Morris. Morris looking to shoot. Pulls, puts it up. It's good. She'll go to the foul line with one shot. And that could bring the score to within 1 point. And the coach from John Battle is really not happy at all, even though she does have the lead. Score is 24-22. Morris at the foul line. Shot is up and good. Brings the score to 24-23, a 1 point lead for John Battle. Jones bring the ball down the court, getting trapped. Edwards trying to take it away from Moody. Moody pulls, shoots, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. And they say it's John Battle's ball underneath their own goal. They've gotten a lot of breaks here tonight. Passes into Jones. Jones over to Belts. Belts bringing it to the top of the key, trying to let the offense set up. Passes to Ray at the wing position. Comes in, shoots, and it's good. Score is 26-23. 3 point lead for John Battle. Bellamy with the ball at the top of the key. Brings it in, passes out to Edwards. Edwards looks underneath to Smith, fouled by Jones. I believe that's Jones. Should be her second or third personal foul. I'm not sure which it is. That is her third. And it'll be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. Morris inbounding. Passes into Bellamy. Bellamy looking for someone to pass off to underneath. No one was open. Brings the ball back to the top of the key. Passes to Morris. Morris inside to Smith. Puts the ball down. Shoots, and it's good. Score is 26-25. Gate City still down by 1 point. Jones with the ball. Looks to pass to Moody. Finds her. Moody back to Jones. Should be getting close to 10 seconds there. Oh, just gets across the court. Passes to Belts. Belts at the top of the key with the ball. Looking to set up the offense. Bellamy is called with the foul. A little bit too aggressive on defense there, and that'll send, I believe, that'll be their ball on their end of the court. First I thought they would be shooting, but they are not. Moody inbounding the ball for John Battle. Passes into Ray, and I believe they're going to call a foul against Amy Morris now. And I believe that'll be her second personal foul. It'll be, or first. It'll be John Battle's ball underneath her own goal. Moody inbounding the ball into Jones. She comes around, puts a shot up off the front of the rim. No good. Kearney with the rebound. Passes back out to Jones. Shot is up. No good. And rebound by Moody, who brings the ball outside. Passes out to Belts. Bellamy tried to knock her away. She passes out to Jones. Underneath Belts. Shot is up. No good. Ray with the rebound. Morris went up straight, and it looks like they're going to call a foul on Morris. They're calling fouls on almost everything out there. Morris went straight up and was called with a foul, a pushing foul. That'll be her second personal foul, I believe. And that will send Ray to the line with 2 shots. Right now they only have a 1-point lead. Shot is up. It's good. Got 4 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock in the third period. John Battle now with a 2-point lead. Second shot is up and no good. Smith with the rebound. Passes out to Bellamy, who brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Gate City is down by 2 points. Passes into Edwards. Edwards looking to pass to someone. Finds Morris. Morris looking inside to Ghost. Smith comes up with the loose ball. Morris pulls, shoots, and it's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Ghost and Bellamy both going for it, and it'll be John Battle's ball. They have a 2-point lead. Moody inbounding. Passes into Jones as usual. Jones back to Moody. Same thing we saw in the first half. Back to Jones. Jones gets the screen, comes in for the layup. Shot is up, and it's good. You're going to have to cut her off. Bellamy with the ball. Gate City's down by 4 points. Score is 29-25. Bellamy at the top of the key, setting up the offense. Oh, loses the ball. Comes up with it. Easy shot, no good. Goes out of bounds. And it'll be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. Amy Morris inbounding the ball. We've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Bays and Carter coming in for Ghost and Bellamy. Morris will be inbounding the ball. Gate City down by 4 points. Passes in to Smith. Smith to Morris. Morris pulls back to the top of the key to Carter. Carter pulls, passes off to Edwards. Edwards with the shot off the front of the rim. No good. Moody with the rebound. 3:56 left on the clock. Moody bringing the ball down the court. Puts a shot up from the foul line. Good. 2 points. 31-25. Gate City's down by 6. Biggest lead of the game for John Battle. Carter with the ball at the top of the key. Passes to Bays. Bays inside to Edwards. Turns, shoots. Should have been a foul. Come on, refs. You've been calling that against Gate City. Jones with the ball. Pulls, shoots. She walks. Okay. Score is 31-25. John Battle may not like that, but that's the way it is. Edwards inbounding the ball to Carter. Carter setting up the play at the top of the key, gets the screen, passes off to Bays. Bays looking inside to Smith. Play works, shot was no good. Looked like she got hacked from behind. Jones comes up with the rebound and breaks it down the court. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Pulls, looks to shoot, nothing there. Looking back out, nobody there. 5 seconds. All right. Less than 3 minutes left on the clock in the third period. Score is 31-25. 6-point lead for John Battle. Gate City trying to catch up. Edwards inbounding the ball. And Smith comes out. for Gate City. Carter with the ball at the top of the key. Gets the screen using the same play. Bellamy got to the loose ball. Passes inside the base. She was fouled. Foul came before the shot, so Bays will be either shooting 1 and 1 or 2 shots. It looks like they're going to have her pass in. And it will be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. Morris inbounding the ball. Passes in to Carter. Carter at the top of the key. Gets the screen, passes to Morris. Morris looking from three-point range, doesn't shoot. Passes to Bellamy instead. Inside to Edwards. Pushing foul by Ray. And I believe that'll be called her second personal foul. Gate City has the ball underneath their own goal. Morris inbounding. Passes into Edwards. Edwards fakes, shoots, it's good. Scores 31-27. Moody with the ball. Passes into Jones. You need to trap Jones and Moody. Back to Belts to Moody. That's the first time Jones has ever passed to Belts on that end of the court. Jones, she travels. All right. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock in the third period. Scores 31-27. Gate City down by 5 points. Carter with the ball for Gate City, bringing it down the court. Sets up the offense. Gets a screen from Edwards. Edwards breaks inside. Good play. Shot was up. Got the hack. Bellamy and Moody go for it. It'll be Gate City's ball underneath their own goal. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Morris inbounding the ball for Gate City. They're down by 5 points. And some kind of problem. The scoreboard keeper is talking to the referee for something. I'm not sure what it is. That's not right. They're saying it's white ball. They changed it afterwards. That is not right. It had possession Gate City. They gave the ball to Gate City. Then the scoreboard changed it, and now they're saying it's John Battle's ball. Either they're not keeping track of it very well, or they just, well, to put it nicely, robbed Gate City. I could say another word, but I won't. Jones with the ball, working her way down the court. And backcourt, let's have it. All right. 1 minute and 46 seconds left on the clock in the third period. Edwards inbounding the ball for Gate City. Carter with the ball at the top of the key. Looks to pass to Edwards. Edwards shoots. Shot is up. And off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones bringing it down the court. Carter down on defense. Shot is up. No good. Belts with the rebound. Edwards with the foul. A good defensive foul by Edwards, but they should have had the position over her underneath the goal. We've got 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock. That was Edwards' first personal foul. Score is still 31-27. Smith coming in for Edwards. Belts will be at the line. Gate City is still down by 5 points. Belts with 2. First shot is up. It's good. John Battle now with a 6-point lead. She'll have one more shot. It's up. No good. Rebounded by Smith. It goes out of bounds on Gate City. And it'll be John Battle's ball underneath their own goal. And things are not going well for Gate City now. Moody inbounding. Passes into Ray. Out to Belts. Belts puts up the shot. Air ball. Rebounded by Bays. Bays bringing the ball down the court. Top of the key. Passes off to Carter at the wing position. Carter pulls. Comes inside. Passes out to Morris. Morris looking inside. Dribbles back out to Bellamy. We need some three-pointers here. We've got less than a minute left in the third period. You're down by 6 points. Fouled by Number 14 goes out of bounds. It should be a foul. They did not call it. They're just giving it to Gate City underneath their own goal. Bays with the shot. It's cobbed by Ray. Smith goes up. No way. He called a charge on Smith. She was set. It is, well, let's just say Coach Blackwell doesn't look too happy with these calls either, and it's no wonder. John Battle with a 5-point lead, hands the ball in to Jones, back to Moody. Gate City looks to trap, passes back to Jones, gets the ball across the court, 30 seconds left on the clock. Moody with the ball at the wing position, passes to Ray. Cross court to Kearney, loses the ball. Bellamy comes up with it. Come on, Fowler, Fowler, you want to, you did. All right. Kearney with a foul. Should send Bellamy to the line with a 1-on-1 they're giving her. 21 seconds left on the clock. That was Kearney's third personal foul. Gate City still down by 5 points. We're in the third period, have 21 seconds left on the clock. A 1-on-1 for Bellamy from the line. Shot is up, it's good. Cuts the lead to 4 points. Bellamy will have one more shot. It's up, off the rim, tried to get it in. Jones comes down with the rebound. 17 seconds left on the clock. 15 as she passes the half-court line. Ray passing across to Kearney, to Jones, who shoots from 3, but they give her 2. At the end of the third period, the score is John Battle 34, Gate City 28. A 6-point lead for John Battle. Gate City has fallen behind. They've not been able to come back. John Battle has been able to sustain a 6-point lead over Gate City. They need to get in there and score the points. It's hard. Some of the calls, in fact, a lot of the calls are going against Gate City's team. And in my opinion, anyway, a lot of them are impractical. That's something you have to expect at away games, but some of this is a little bit too much. Should be Gate City's ball when we come back in to the fourth and final period. We've got 8 minutes left in the game. Gate City's down by 6 points. They need to come in, take control of the game, take control of the ball, score some points, and come away with the win. Last time they met John Battle, they did beat them. They need to do it again now. It is Gate City's ball. Bays will be inbounding. And John Battle's defense does come out a little bit. Passes into Carter. Carter brings the ball to the top of the key, looking to set up the offense. Gets a screen, passes out to Bellamy. Bellamy looking inside, over the top to Bays. It gets away from her. Moody comes up with it. Bellamy trying to cut her off. Jones and Bays cuts her off. We're going to call her with reaching in, I believe. And it'll be John Battle's ball from the sideline. Moody inbounding, passes into Belts. They need to come out aggressively and take the ball. They can't wait to the last minutes of the game, because in the meantime, John Battle will be racking the points up, as they have been throughout the first 3 periods. Ray with the shot, it's up, it's no good. Rebound by Kearney, shot no good, goes out of bounds, and after a moment of thinking, he says it's John Battle's ball. Moody will be inbounding the ball, and Edwards comes in for Carter. Gate City is down by 6 points. We've got 7 minutes and 19 seconds left. Passes into Jones. Shot is up. Air ball. Rebounded by Bays. Bays brings the ball down the court for Gate City. Passes to Bellamy. She loses it out of bounds. With 7 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. The score is 34-28. Gate City down by 6. Moody inbounding. Finally, Gate City just trapping against Jones, forcing Moody to inbound to Ray. Looked like her foot was on the line when she caught that. Moody over to Jones. Jones coming in the back door. Bays got her hand on it. No foul called. Good play. Smith with a rebound. Should have been a foul there. Oh, Moody picks it off. Passes in to Bays. Let's have it. Jones was all over her. Passes to Morris. Morris bringing it down the court. Passes to Edwards to Smith. Shot underneath the goal is good. Gate City's down by 4. Bellamy comes up with it. Passes to Morris. Morris fakes. Comes in. Is fouled. Should have 2 shots there. Let's see who the foul is called against. It would have been great if she could have hit that and she'd have had 1 more shot. It would have cut the lead to 1 point. Instead, she should have 2 shots. Foul was on number 32, Moody. That was her 2nd personal foul. Morris will have 2 shots. Score is 34-30. First shot is up. It's good. Cuts the lead to 3 points for John Battle. She's got 1 more shot. It's up and good. John Battle now with a 2-point lead. Gate City needs to stop them. Moody looking to inbound to Ray. Looked like she dribbled it off her knee. Gets the screen. Bellamy cuts her off. Let's see if it's going to be a charge or a block. More than likely they'll call a block. No, they call the charge. That's the most surprising call I've seen all night, to see them call the charge then. It will be Gate City's ball, and they are down by 2 points. We'll have the chance to come back and tie it up. Edwards inbounding the ball for Gate City. Passes into Bellamy. Bellamy at the top of the key, calling the play. Getting everyone out at the top of the key. Looks for someone to pass to. Hits Bays back at the top of the key. Brings it underneath. Passes to Smith. She's got open court. Shoots. It's good. Ties it up at 34. Way to go, Heather Smith. Passes into Belts. Belts looking to pass to someone. Passes back to Moody. Moody down to Jones. Jones slows it down. Back to Belts. Belts shoots. No good. Rebounded by Bays. Good job. Let's go Gate City. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Passes to, oh no, Jones intercepts it. Brings it down the court. Bays is the only one to stop her. Pulls in front. Shot no good. Rebounded by Moody. No good. Jones with the shot. Bays got a piece of it. Knocked it away. Holding called against number 34, Belts. And things are finally starting to go Gate City's way. That should send Bays to the foul line with a 1-and-1. And the coach for John Battle calls a timeout. Things are finally starting to turn around for Gate City. Score is tied up 34-34. We have 5 minutes and 34 seconds left on the clock. And Bays will be going to the foul line with a 1-and-1. And that was Belt's 3rd personal foul. Gate City just needs to keep in there. They've been plugging away at John Battle. Finally, things are starting to pay off for them. A few of the calls are going their way now. And they've tied it up. They can take the lead here. Bays, only a sophomore playing varsity basketball, has been in more pressurized situations than this, and has come through for Gate City. Blackwell still talking to his team, sends them out there. They're ready to play. Bays